Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like over on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Friday, November the 21st. I think we have 9 games tonight on Friday night. Yeah, it's a 9-game slate, so pretty good slate here, guys. Got some early player props that I do like for this slate. Taking a first look at the board on Thursday night, recording this video the night before. Gonna give you guys 3 picks I'm liking, looking at the board the night before, and as always, we're gonna give some information, some analysis behind why I like these plays. Now, before we do get started, guys, make sure that you hit that like button down below if you enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure that you go sign up, use that promo code NOAH. When you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and play $5, you'll get $50 worth of free lineups just for signing up and using code NOAH. And then also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper, so I do want to give a shout out to Sleeper. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can download the Sleeper app, use promo code NOAH over there, get your first deposit matched up to $100, as well as you'll get a free $20 entry. So just for signing up for Sleeper, you're going to get a free $20 entry. That's no deposit required. So you get that as soon as you make an account. Don't have to put any money in. So this is a win-win for you guys. It's a way for you to try out the Sleeper app pretty much risk-free without even having to make a deposit, put any money in. Highly recommend that you guys get over to Sleeper while they are running this promo. They've been doing this promo for a couple weeks now. I don't know if it's permanent. I don't know if they're going to do it forever. I guess we'll see. But while they are doing this promo, I want to promote it to you guys because, again, it's a way for you to try out the Sleeper app. Risk-free, not having to put any money in. You get that $20 free entry just for making an account. So if you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, again, go sign up, use that code NOAH, get that free entry, and also get your first deposit matched up to $100. But before we do talk through our prospect slates here, guys, for this Friday night slate, I do want to recap the plays that we gave out in our last NBA video, which was on Wednesday. So we gave out 3 picks on Wednesday. One of them was a DMP. We took Cooper Flags over PRA. He didn't play Wednesday night. We did hit on Amen Thompson over 4.5 assists, but then we missed on Andre Drummond over 23.5 PR. Really like that spot for Drummond, like that play a lot. He got big minutes Wednesday night, but unfortunately came up just short of his PRA line. I think he finished with 22 PRA. We had him over 23.5. I think his line got bumped up to like 25.5 or 26.5. Like, we had some really good value on that prop. Just didn't work out. Drummond let us down Wednesday night. And then, tonight on Thursday night, I gave out Andre Drummond over 19.5 PRA in my Discord. Because once we got the news that Joel Embiid was ruled out, Prizepicks and some of the other sports books and DFS sites had props up for Andre Drummond, and they had his line set as if Embiid was going to play. So I gave out over 19.5 PRA. His line got bumped up to, I think, 25.5 or 24.5. So we got like 6 points of value on Drummond's PRA prop on Thursday night. Go figure, Drummond goes out there and plays like 18 minutes and fouls out in 18 minutes and goes under. Like, so frustrating, man. But we've been getting some good value lately. Things just haven't been going our way. But hopefully on this Friday slate, we can go 3-0. We can hit all 3 of these plays. I do want to say, guys, that I know I didn't make an NBA video on Thursday, but I did give out 3 Prizepicks plays on Patreon. So even on the days, and we did go 3-0 on those 3 plays, but even on the days where I don't upload NBA, there will be days like that, especially on the days we have NFL, we have college football. Like, it's hard to do NBA and football, just it gets too much on the channel. But on the days, I don't upload to YouTube, I still do provide Prizepicks plays over on Patreon. So check that out. It's linked down below in the description. There's a lot of value in the Patreon package. Not only do you get my plays, but you also get in our Discord chat. You can chat with me, chat with other members of the community, and I'm always dropping late stuff in Discord. Like, for NBA, it's a sport where there's constant injury news, guys get ruled out, starting lineups change. There's always going to be value with player props in NBA because of that. And I'm always dropping late ads in Discord. It's super valuable to be in the Discord, have your notifications on so you can get those plays in. But again, if you guys want to check that out, it's linked down below in the description. But for this Friday slate, we've got 3 plays, and let's go ahead and break them down. So the first prop that I like for Friday night is on Klay Thompson, and I like Klay Thompson for more than 15.5 PRA. So I think Klay Thompson's in a really good spot here going up against the Pelicans. Now, Klay Thompson obviously has not had the greatest season. Like, he's really struggled this year. He kind of looks a little washed. He just doesn't look like the same player that he used to be. You look at his numbers this season, he's only averaging 9.7 points per game, which is a career low for him. Like, he's averaging career lows across the board. He's also playing less minutes this year. To start the season, he was in the starting lineup, and then they made a change and they moved him to the bench. And honestly, since he's moved to the bench, he's actually been playing pretty decently. His last, 3-4 games coming off the bench, 23 PRA, 17, 24. He did have a bad game against Minnesota, but that was a tough matchup. Last game against the Knicks, he did start that game because Cooper Flagg was out, but Cooper Flagg's expected back today. So Klay Thompson will probably go back to the bench. But even if you look at his games this year off the bench, he still has gone over this PRA line in 4 out of 7 games off the bench. In all 3 of the games where he went under, he only played 17 minutes in those games. I think most nights we should expect Klay Thompson to play mid to high 20s minutes. Again, he's averaging about 22 minutes per game. His last few games off the bench, he's been playing about 25 to 30 minutes, played 31 against Phoenix, 28 against the Clippers, 26 against Portland. Klay's minutes should be fairly stable in the spot. It's a really good matchup for him because Klay, we all know Klay gets a lot of his production from three-point shooting. That's where he does a lot of his damage. And the Pelicans are giving up one of the highest amount of three-point attempts per game. They're giving up the 4th most three-pointers made per game. And then if you look at three-point attempts, the Pelicans are giving up the 3rd most three-point attempts per game this year. And then if you look at what they've allowed in terms of three-point percentage, teams are also shooting over 36% from 3, which is above league average. The Pelicans defense, they're not a good defense at all. This is a really good matchup for Klay with how he's able to score and produce. And he's been playing better lately, been shooting the ball better lately. That's been the problem for Klay this year, is he just hasn't shot the ball well. His shooting numbers, he's averaging, we talked about how he's averaging career lows across the board. That includes his shooting percentage. He's shooting 34.7% from the field and 31.3% from 3 this year. And those are by far his worst marks. For his career, he's like a 45% from the field guy. This year, 34.7%. For his career from 3, he's averaged, I want to say 40% from 3 for his career. This year, 31.3%. Again, maybe Klay is washed. Maybe he's just not as good as he used to be. But I think this is a matchup where Klay can definitely have success, given how the Pelicans give up a lot of threes. That's where Klay is going to do a lot of his damage. So I like Klay for more than 15.5 PRA. You could also look at his points prop at 11.5, but I think I just feel better about his PRA. There's a 4-point difference between PRA and points, so we basically need him to combine for 4 rebounds plus assists. He's done that in at least 4 of his last 5 games. His 3.5 rebounds plus assist line is a goblin, so that means it's favored to the over. So I feel a little bit better about PRA, but if you want to look at 11.5 points, I think that's a decent over as well on Klay Thompson. But that's the first prop I like for Friday night. Next prop that I like is going to be on Derek Queen. I like him for more than 7.5 rebounds. So Derek Queen is a young rookie for the Pelicans. He's a player that I think we're going to see have a really big role, especially late in the season when the Pelicans don't really have anything to play for. The Pelicans already don't have anything to play for. They're one of the worst teams in the league. They're not going to make the playoffs. So they have all the intention to just give Derek Queen as many minutes as he can handle. There's no reason for them to be playing Kevon Looney at this point. He's just not going to be a part of their future. Yves Missi they could give some minutes to as the backup center, but Derek Queen is probably going to be the starting center of the future for the Pelicans. So they have all the reasons in the world to just play him a ton of minutes. And if you look at his minutes as of late, so he has started the last 3 games for the Pelicans, and I'm assuming he's just going to be the starting center the rest of the season. But his last 3 games, 25 minutes, 26 minutes, and 30 minutes. So the minutes have been fairly solid for Derek Queen. And if you look at those 3 games, his rebounding chances have been really good. So last 3 games as a starter, 15.3 rebound chances per game. It is worth noting that Zion Williamson did return for their last game against Denver. Zion's obviously been out for a while, but Zion did make his return last game against Denver. But even in that game against Denver, Queen still had 9 rebounds, and he had 19 rebound chances in that game. So his rebounding numbers were still really good, even playing alongside Zion. He's been a pretty good rebounder so far this year. I think this is a good matchup for him to be able to get rebounds facing the Mavericks. If you look this season, the Mavericks are top 10 in rebounds allowed to opposing centers. Overall, the spot's really good for Derek Queen. The role is growing. The minutes are going up. A lot of boxes you could check here. Also, if you look at early sportsbook odds right now, sportsbooks are heavily favoring him to go over 7.5 rebounds. I think DraftKings had him minus 140 favored to go over this line. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do see this line get bumped up to 8 or 8.5. While it's at 7.5, I think there's definitely some value here. So I like Derek Queen for more than 7.5 rebounds as our second prop for Friday night. And then the last prop that we're going to look at is going to be on Devin Booker. Now, the line that I was going to take on Devin Booker was under 41.5 PRA, but as you can see, that already got bumped down to 39.5. I'm not going to take it since it bumped down to 39.5, but I do still like under 28.5 points on Devin Booker, and let's talk through why I like this prop on Booker. Now, I think we're seeing some higher lines on Devin Booker for tonight because Grayson Allen is out for the Suns. Obviously, the Suns don't have Jalen Green either. He's injured as well. So Devin Booker is just kind of in this situation where he just has like a massive role. He's going to pick up, he has a lot of usage. He's going to take plenty of shots. But this is a really bad matchup going up against Minnesota. Minnesota, historically, the last few seasons, they've been one of the better defensive teams in the league. So far this season, Minnesota ranks 13th in defensive rating, so they haven't been quite as stout defensively, but they've got some really good on-ball defenders that can definitely give Devin Booker troubles, whether that's Anthony Edwards, Dante DiVincenzo, or their best defender, Jaden McDaniels. Now, Jaden McDaniels is questionable for today. He did not play in their last game. If Jaden McDaniels does get ruled out, this matchup gets a little bit better for Devin Booker, but I still think it's a bad matchup overall. And Booker's definitely been struggling as of late. He's gone under this points prop in 4 of his last 5 games. The game he went over was a pretty good matchup against the Pacers where he had 33 points. But even in some good matchups lately against Atlanta and Dallas and the Pelicans, he's still gone under this points prop. And if you look at the 2 games he's played without Grayson Allen this year, in those 2 games, he's had 27 points, 19 points. So he's under this line in both those games. Both of these last 2 games have been without Grayson Allen. And sure, the usage has been good for Booker. He's been taking a good amount of shots, but the matchup is really tough here. I think the Timberwolves, if their game plan going into this game, just slow down Devin Booker. Like, don't let him beat you, because you look at the other scoring options on this Suns roster, and they don't have a lot of other scoring options outside of Devin Booker. So I think we could see maybe the Timberwolves double team Devin Booker here, trap him a lot, just get the ball out of his hands. They're going to probably do whatever they can to slow him down from a scoring perspective. And this is a really bad matchup, facing a good Timberwolves defense that has a lot of good on-ball defenders that can slow down Devin Booker. And if you look at his past history against Jaden McDaniels, I don't really look at that stuff too often, like, history versus opposing teams, because it can be a little bit overblown. But like his last few games against Jaden McDaniels, he's really struggled. 13 points, 23 points. Did have a 44-point game, but then 28, 17, 10. Like, he's had some struggles against this Minnesota defense. He's had struggles against Jaden McDaniels. I think it's a bad matchup for Devin Booker here. Look, the role is probably going to be good. The usage is going to be strong, but I think matchup's tough enough where I'm fine taking this under of 28.5 points on Booker. Again, I wanted to take under 41.5 PRA, but as you can see, that line is no longer available. It's down to 39.5. Not going to take that line since it bumped down, but the points prop at 28.5, I think is still good to go under. So that's what we're going to take as our third and final prop here for this Friday NBA slate, guys. So we got 3 plays. Let's see if we can go 3-0, hit all 3 of these plays for Friday night. As always, guys, appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos. Appreciate your support. Be sure to hit that like button down below before you do get out of here. Hit that subscribe button as well. And again, guys, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, make sure that you go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH. And again, when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, play $5, you'll get $50 worth of free lineups just for signing up and using that code NOAH. But yeah, as always, guys, good luck. Let's win some money on this Friday slate, and I'll see you guys in the next video.